Well, well. Um, it's sad to see that someone who was so popular in uh, these spaces treated just like any normal person, and they're not used to it, and they just lost their spot. So, shouts out to Super Sly. He did a live stream on Angryman's crash out. Basically, he was mad because Fatty had a panel about if Red Pill is dead, and they had a bunch of people. I think the only person representing Red Pill was Mr. Fantastic, and apparently Angry Man was in the chat, and Fatty, who's running the panel, was like, "When a spot opens up, you can come up." And of course, Angry Man was not happy about that because, he felt like he's more important than what he is, um, especially now. And, you know, let's face it, the act is old. The Angry Man raging out every time on different panels, and people were, afraid to have him on the panel because he might lash out. He gave that intimidating aura. That aura is dead. The aura died. I mean, let's face it. Uh, when the biggest thing was when he lost that debate to Destiny, that pretty much killed any momentum he could have had. I mean, he was getting up there, the with the shorts, getting those views, scoring to different places. He was on the Lapeef, then he got on I know it was Lapeef. He was on Fatty for a bit. Um, then they had him on Fox, so uh, and but you know, but the biggest blow was when he lost that debate with Destiny. When he lost that debate, that was it for him. That's pretty much it. So he's mad because he's a represent. He felt like he's a represent more of a representation of Red Pill than anybody, and unfortunately, it's not the case anymore. And then I think he was almost about to be there. When he lost that debate to Destiny, then, just the continually crashing out on panels where that wasn't the time to crash out. Well, everybody's seen the act. Everybody's seen you rage for literally no reason. It's gotten old. Nobody want to hear it no more. Nobody's scared of you no more. The aura of you is dead. You're you're not who's popping no more. When they think about the red pill in 2025, it's either Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit. I think that's pretty much it. Andrew Tate, Fresh and Fit. That's it. Nobody is looking to the angry man. Hell, nobody's looking to the black man's field. I mean, let's face it. I think Kevin was going to be the face, but then he went to Hollywood, and now he's not. He wasn't the face no more until he tragically passed away. Now he became kind of like a martyr, and everybody's using his stuff, to prove that the red pill works and the red pill is important. And at the end of the day, the red pill, just like black pill and all these different what we call alternative lifestyles to what society deem as normal, This was not meant for public consumption. This was not meant for everybody to know. If you live it, you live it. This is supposed to be if you know, you know. And when you did know, you just live it. It wasn't supposed to be here for complaints. Hello, uh, it's Taylor Shay. Hello, how you doing? Another one, Scott Taylor. Hello, hello, how you doing? How y'all doing? So when when you what are you up to? Just doing a live stream, quick live stream about Angryman. Well, anyway, you know, they tired of the show. It was an act. It was a good act for a while, but everybody's seen it. The point of it is, Angryman lost his spot, and he had the opportunity to be bigger. He had the opportunity to be up there with the Andrew Tates and the Russian Fit. He had the chance, but too many crash outs, and then he lost that debate to Destiny. I mean, that's it. It was over for him. And trust me, once you get down to Fox Soul, that's when you know your career is gone to shit. Good for you. So when you lost the debate, when you lost that debate against Destiny, which should have been a slam dunk considering the lifestyle that Destiny lives, which is a more like a cuck lifestyle, the cuck made you look like a fool. That was pretty much the downfall of Angry Man. Then it didn't help. He was rambling on the P Diddy thing. That didn't help either. So it was just like, yeah, nobody cares about you no more. You're not the it guy. Nobody's going when we want to talk about the red pill. They're not going to the Angry Man to talk about red pill. If they want to talk about Black Manosphere, maybe they'll go to you. But I think the first person even with that, the first person they're gonna go to is Obsidian. Yeah, yeah, Mr. Fantastic got more of a buzz now, and let's face it, he built it up. So yeah, they went with Mr. Fantastic because Mr. Fantastic has a late. He's a little more level headed and can explain himself better. And I think he's gotten better doing these panels. Meanwhile, with Angry Man, it's the same stuff. We've seen it. You can't even control. He can't even control himself with stuff that's not even serious. So why would they get you up there about a serious topic where you're just gonna crash out on people, men and women alike, and derail the conversation? They don't got time for that. No, you know what they like he was saying, they left you for when it's not serious, when we just need a good laugh, yeah, we'll bring you on. When we need to talk about we need some serious talkers up here, yeah, sit this one out. Let's face it, even Andrew Tate know how to talk on the interview. Myron, when he's not cooning it up, he knows how to talk on the interview. He's calming down on the crash outs. And plus, Myron's getting up with the big boys. He's getting up there with political people. I mean, he's raising the ball on the red pill, so to speak. What's Angryman doing? He's up there on Fox Soul. He's down there with Tommy Sotomayor, another person who Tommy, who's kind of lost his spot. I mean, if there's two parallels that we really want to see is Angry Man and Tommy Sotomayor, two people who really should have got farther than what they are. Angry Man could have went the anime route. He could have been the comic book route because he knows his stuff about comic books, anime. He knows that stuff. I mean, he could be doing anime reviews. If you have been watching anime has got a resurgence in the past what 2 3 years. You're just having banging seasons. Like every season, you're gonna have at least one, maybe two, three good anime. You're gonna have two, three good anime, maybe a decent one. You're not having the stinkers that you had in the past. A- Angry Man could have been the part of that because he knows his anime. The comic book section is getting kind of a resurgence. He could be part of that. But no, you want to worry about Keisha. Keisha's not that important. Keisha gonna do what she gonna do. Black women are going to do what they're going to do. There's some that's going to gain political power. There's some they're going to get money and do their thing, and some of them just going to hang with bums and losers. That's what it is. It's not going to change. So worrying about a group of women, in particular, when that topic was talking about marriage, the women don't want to get married. Okay, well, deal with the ones that do, because there's still weddings. I just picked up a guy today. He just left a wedding, so people still getting married. So all this talk about nobody getting married no more and all that. Yeah, no, they still getting married. Still people getting married. Black women still getting married. Black men still getting married. Men in general still getting married. They still signing with the state. Ain't nothing you can do about it. You got dudes with money still getting married, even though they can get fleeced. Hell, they ain't even getting their get back. Offset is trying to get paid. No, no, no. You want to divorce me? Okay, no problem. No problem. Pay me. The women are starting to pay out. So there's really no excuse. You don't want to get married? Cool. If you do want to get married, cool. Just understand what is risk. You can't control nobody. You could be doing everything right, and the woman still want to get a divorce. Who? I mean, that's the risk you take. But that's the risk in any relationship. You could be doing everything right in a relationship. And the woman like, nah, I'm good. You could be doing everything right in life. The woman said, nah, I'm good. That's her right to do so. And you have the right to be like, okay, cool. Let me find the woman that's right for me. So it's a stupid debate anyway about the red pill because number one, the red pill was never meant for public consumption. The type of red pill that these men are talking about was relegated to the barbershop. It was relegated to, where men just met. Okay? Black pill talking about, they was relegated to certain places. This was not meant for public consumption because society don't support it. If you buy yourself as a man, they're gonna look at you as weirdo, gay, or both. You don't got no kids, what's wrong with you? You're a virgin, what's wrong with you? You can't get no woman, what's wrong with you? That is that's the thought process of society with a man. If you ain't falling over for women, you looked at as weird. If you're not putting women at the tippy top in your thought process, you looked at as weird. It's just how it is. If you want to take away their right to vote, if you want to bring them back to the kitchen with one you don't even have the finances to make that happen, what are you talking about here? Again, the red pill is doable. I would never say that the red pill is doable. I would even say that you can be red pill and married. I know somebody's going to be like, "Well, no, you can't. No, you can't." Yes, you can. Red pill, if we go back to the movie, is being aware of this society is not gumdrops and lollipops. Is basically knowing the dark side of everything, the dark side of politics, the dark side of women, the dark side of life in general. Hey, your parents ain't the when your parents were married, they looked happy to you, but you find out, hey, Papa was a Rolling Stone and Mama was bringing the milkman over. Your brother might not be your blood related brother. There's so much stuff that is out here now, but that's what the red pill was for, so you can be aware of what you're getting into in this world and take steps. Now you have the awareness. Now it's time for you to take steps. You can take steps to stop it. You can adjust yourself to live it, or you knowing what you know and still engage in it, but you know what you're knowing. Okay, that's what the red pill was supposed to be for. All this other stuff that these guys were trying to sign to it, trying to control women and all that, that's not meant for public consumption. And it was, and you're not going to be able to do it anyway because most of these dudes don't have money like that. They don't have no influence like that, and they're not trying to. All they want to do is bitch and moan. Bring you back to the Angryman, bitching and moaning about not being on a panel or red pill. The same panels that's been going on for years. The same thing. What about the red pill? These men, blah, blah, blah. These men, like, listen, all these panels, nothing has changed. If you're talking about feminism, hasn't changed nothing. Men still getting married. Men still taking a risk dealing with women. They still gonna do it regardless. There's nothing y'all can do about that. You don't have no power, and you're not trying to get no power. You just want to bitch, you know? And people get tired of bitching. Like some of the panels that I've been on about these relationships and how the black men ain't doing shit, the black women ain't shit. I've heard these panels so much, I stopped going to them. It's a bitch fest on both ends, the men and the women. It's just bitch fest. And you got the head of the panel, either he's a black male feminist, always up the woman's asses till the women don't do what they The women don't do what he want them to do, and then he turns left. Or you got dudes so against women, but the very woman he's against, he got one. Make that make sense. The panels get exhausting because nobody's trying to listen to each other. No one cares. They want control. They, really, they don't even want control. They just want a bitch. They want a bitch and shame. And it don't work because you ain't got no fucking power. These are powerless conversations, both ends. Men are still going to get married regardless, going to the state. Most of these women are not going to marry you without the state involved. It's just the way it is because they don't trust you. They will have to have some leverage. And then you want leverage. So you're not even fighting to be in a relationship. You're fighting for leverage. You want to have one up so you don't get burned. I'm sorry, it ain't gonna happen unless you, as a man, be chief lots of dough. No, the answer is no. And even then, you still gonna get took to the cleaners. It don't matter. Like I said, the red pill was not meant for public. This type of red pill that they trying to point out was never meant for public consumption. DJ Academics told Fresh and Fit, you cannot bring this out to the public. You're going to get skewered, which they did. Go back to Angryman, like nobody cares. All you do is raid child. No one cares about that. And nobody, and at the end, the women don't care. They really don't care. They pretend to care. They don't care. They still gonna get any type of man they want within reason. Well, I'll put it this way: they want a type of man, but they're gonna get the lesser version of what they want anyway. Most of them ain't gonna get the type of man they want. They're gonna get the lesser version of them. If it's a white person, it's gonna be the lesser. Just the whole thing is pointless. The whole discussion is pointless. And for angry man to be so angry and being on a panel, which you know is going to be pointless, defending a stance that most of them can't even do because they don't have the mindset and the discipline to do it. I, it's just pathetic. And because he think he was somebody, I mean, you're not the face of red pill. You could have been, but you're not. In Black Manosphere, the closest they got was Kevin Samuels. But then Kevin, he was going for Hollywood, and he passed away before he can really get it. But guess what? He wasn't doing representing Red Pill. When he got in front of them real people, he wasn't talking that Red Pill stuff. When he got in front of Nicki Minaj, he wasn't talking that Red Pill stuff. He tried. She embarrassed him because she's the one with power. At the end of the day, the red pill was never for public consumption. It's for you, for you to do it and adjust it to what you're trying to do. Same I would say about the black pill. It's not for public consumption. It's for you. But you have to have the mindset to deal with what you will lose be following it. If you're trying to be famous, well, you ain't gonna get it with the red pill. Kevin Samuel was an anomaly. And the only reason why he was an anomaly is because the women were focused on him. And Angryman can't get the women to focus on him like that. He don't have the look. He don't have the presentation, and he don't have the temperament. At least you can make an argument for Andrew Tate. Women will go see him. Fresh and Fit, women still go see them. Don't know why, but at least when they see Fresh and Fit, they get clicks and views. When women see Angry Man, they ain't getting no clicks and views. What they getting for? What they getting? What would Fatty get for having Angry Man on the panel? Nothing. It's nothing. It, just a loud mouth crying, raging on everybody, ruining the conversation. No, you ain't getting nothing from it. But oh, it's sad. It was funny, but it's sad because people think this YouTube thing just YouTube alone is going to get them famous. No, it's more than YouTube. Yes, it could be it could be a starter for something bigger. But unless you put in the work to do something bigger, but at the end of the day, if you're not using this platform, if if you're not using this platform, if you're planning on bigger bad things, you use it to get you the bigger bad things. If you're not doing that, you you're not getting nowhere. Angryman had the shot to get somewhere. He blew it. You only get one shot. Now, now you're crying about being on Fatty's panel, not being invited to Fatty's panel. Wow, that's sad. And when you were kind of a regular over there, but again, he blew it. Now, now he's back to Tommy, and Tommy's gone down. And again, Tommy and Angryman kind of in the same boat. Two people who really should have been better in a better position what they are. Tommy should have been Tommy really should be what Brandon Tatum is. That's what Tommy should have been. He should have left this black stuff alone and go into the political realm. He got the intelligence to do it, but he can't. He gets in his own way, just like with Anchorman, got in his own way. And now you're over there, but you're crying because you couldn't get on Fatty's panel about red pill. And let's face it, the red pill, well, at least the online version, truly is dead. Let's look at it. Fresh and Fit is the only kind of the Andrew Tate. Do you hear him do much about red pill? No, no. Myron still do it, but he's more on a political area. Who else? Who really is pushing that red pill like that? Not really. I mean, we don't even want to talk about the black side of the red pill. Who you got? He really isn't anybody. And the people who are here, they they're a non-factor for the most part. So, an angry man is, let's face it, he's a non-factor. That's why they didn't bring him up there. You're a non-factor. Even he said it's like they only bring me up there when it's not serious. Shouldn't that let you know what they think of you? If they're not bringing you up for serious topics, what you think that says about you? It says they don't think much of you. You're a clown. You're a court jester. You're not the angry man. You're the funny man. You- Those live streams that you were doing crying, it was funny, but it was sad as well. It's just a lesson. Don't take this YouTube seriously if you're not trying to build off of it and going somewhere bigger. Me, look, I took 6 months off of this YouTube stuff, making content. Now I'm coming back to do some, but if I get bored of it, I'll just not make any more content for another 6 months, maybe a year, because it's not my life. And if it happens, it happens. But I'm not actively trying to go higher than just commenting on stuff, to be honest with y'all. People like the content, great. If they don't like it, oh well. I got a nine I got a 9 to 5. Well, 5 to 1. 5 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then I do my Uber on the weekend. YouTube is not my moneymaker. YouTube is for fun in the comment. And give some wisdom, whether you believe it or not. But this ain't for me to get famous. But if it happens, it happens. Oh well. I'm not tripping over it. Definitely not crying about not being on panel. But I don't be on there, I don't be on there. It's okay. Sad that a guy who had he was right there. He had opportunities to get bigger and he threw them away. And now crying about not being on a panel about red pill that they didn't invite you in. There's a lot about your standing. Now, Angryman can choose to accept it or not, but it's not going to change nothing. The public has spoken. People on the panels have spoken. You're not the guy. You're not the guy for red pill. You're not the guy for the manosphere, black manosphere in particular. You're just not the guy anymore. The act is played out. It was funny for a while. Not funny no more. Just move on. You adapt or you just get left behind. That's his choice. So, just a lesson for people who want to be content creators, or maybe you are content creators. Adapt or die. And that's adapt or die. Or get a second, or get a job in your real life and make that work. So you ain't depending on YouTube and you get depressed because nobody gives a fuck no more. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. I ain't tired. I gotta get up, hit the road again, get my Uber done and other things. Thank y'all for coming through. People that were in the chat. I think they might have been in the chat, but hey, It gets my view, get my views up. So I am good with that. And y'all have a good one. Peace.